Indomitable Creativity, a junk mythic rare that started its price point at $1 after pre-release. But with the advent of Modern Horizons 2 completing its deck shell, we saw that this card is potentially top tier. In fact, it is sitting at top 3 modern decks as of the time of recording. The deck aims to cheat big, effective creatures as early as turn 4 consistently. This strategy transcends format, even winning Pro Tour Pyrexia at the hands of Reed Duke, employing the same strategy but inherently the same weaknesses. Which brings us to our build today. This strategy aims to cheat a Gearhulk as early as turn 4 with a Magma Opus effect. Unlike its predecessors, it doesn't share the same weaknesses since Gearhulk is still effective even when it's drawn. On top of this, the deck has access to Sublime Epiphany, ensuring the deck wins. As a bonus, this deck is also MTGA legal via Explorer format and is very much potent. Not convinced yet? Let's look at some gameplays. Alright, right off the gate, I think this is a hand that we can keep. Opponent is on the play, and I think if our opponent is not a aggro deck, this definitely would work. So I'm gonna keep it. Alright, opponent started with a Stitch Supplier. I think that would mean this is a Cheese Fang deck. I'm just gonna take some damage here, no problem. So they're gonna end of turn Grizzly Salvage. I wanna negate because Spell Pierce really is nice with our current mana situation right here. So we're hoping for land. Our best draw here is a land. Witherbloom Command. They're really looking for something to reanimate here. Let's cast Chariot. And then into a Thoughtseize would be one of the best things here. Yeah, they're going to attack first and then Thoughtseize. It doesn't matter because I'm already tapped out. Oh, they don't have anything. So that's a Spell Pierce. I'm going to pass the turn. Chariot into Spell Pierce. Spikefield Hazard. We're going to play that tapped. We're going to pass the turn. And hopefully we can Magma Opus. From this position, I think I can Indomitable Creativity. Let's Indomitable Creativity now. Okay. Bring back the Magma Opus. 4 damage divided, obviously. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then tap 2 lands. Hopefully they don't have Grizzly Salvage. They didn't have it. It's quite cool. Then from this position, if they don't top deck, let's say, Cheese Fang. Even if they did, though, they don't have the Angel Ship. Oh, yeah, that's a Cheese Fang. Minimize the damage. I'm gonna shock this in. Because we have a Sublime Epiphany. I can Lightning Bolt into anything else. So I'm just gonna set a stop on the main before they go to combat. Lightning Strike this one. Then you can do your Informant thing. Okay, sure. Let's see. Did they just discard a Parhelion? Okay. We're gonna attack here. Okay, and then from there, cast this. 2 damage, create treasure token. Yep, 2 damage, create treasure token. I think we got this in the bag from this position. Cast, return, copy, draw card. Just gonna tap out now. Let's see if they have a removal. From my understanding, they don't have like an actual removal. So I'm just gonna copy another cast without paying the mana costs. Do it again. Copy, draw card. Then from there, I have Prismari Command. Cast without paying. 2 damage, treasure token. Spike Hazard 1. Down to 4. I think at this position, we already win. Going to the sideboard, we're going to take out 1 Magma Opus, 1 Indomitable Creativity, for 2 Karn, Sign of Urza. I like this. This is a hand that I can keep, or we can keep. We're going to keep this. We're going to say yes. Again, I'm just banking on the power of Spell Pierce, but usually they do turn 1, Thoughtseize, and drop past the turn. Perfect. Spirebluff Canal. Basically, what we really wanted to see. Grizzly Salvage, we're not going to let it, or we're going to let it slide because we do have a Lightning Strike. They took this land. That's a Liliana. Here's my Spell Pierce. And my Spike Hazard. At this point, I think I can go Prismari Command, draw 2 cards, create some treasure. Okay. From this position, I'm comfortable discarding the Sublime because we already have the Gearhulks on hand. Oh, so they took the Grease Fang. That's a Grease Fang, sure. Lightning Strike now. We're gonna take 1 damage. Then we're hoping for a land. That's not a land, but it's strong enough. I feel that a negate would be safe, relatively safe. It's the same math. If they're gonna attack, we're gonna block because we intend to attack anyway. At this position, it's hard to lose. 2 Gearhulks, very hard to lose. Alright, as I said, this game showcased the 2 game plans of the deck. Match 1, we were able to dominate with Creativity Gearhulk, while Match 2, we were at a more reactive game plan with Gearhulk still being the key component. As we can see, the deck doesn't suffer from the same issue of the old shell, where if you have your key big creatures in your hand, they become dead cards. Still not convinced? Let's look at game 2. Alright, we're gonna play first. I like it. We're gonna keep. Our opponent is playing Giganta Jeggy. We're gonna play a Steam Vent Tap. Pass the turn. Voldaren Epicure. So it's a... I think this could be Sacrifice. We have an answer to Sacrifice in the form of Prismari Command. We're going to discard Magma Opus depending on what they have here. So there's a argument for me to not show them my Magma Opus, primarily because I don't have the combo in hand. Blood type Harvester. Make sure that the thing is tapped so I can Prismari Command. Prismari Command casts 2 damage treasure. They're gonna sacrifice that, no problem. We're going still to create a treasure. Cool thing about the commands is that as long as you have 1 legal target, it still resolves. So I'm just going to take 1 damage here. And I think they would probably be going... Thoughtseize is the best thing that they could do. Oh, that's an Oven. That's a cat. We're going to Prismari Command, cast Treasure, and destroy target artifact. Treasure, artifact. There you go. While Cauldron Familiar is on the stack. We're going to set a stop here. Get Magma Opus in line. Land drop. Go to upkeep and then start with this. Hopefully they don't have a graveyard hate. Usually they don't early on. We'll start with Gearhulk. Magma Opus. Cast the Magma Opus. Light Step. Oven. Sublime. Okay, that's cool. Cast. We're going to counter triggered ability. Return. Copy. Draw card. Cast. Counter. Return. Copy. Draw card. Should have played the land for this, but I neglected to see the food token. And now at this point, we're going to do another Sublime. Cast without paying casting cost. Return, copy, and draw card. Return, copy, draw card. And then finally, we're going to go Prismari Command, which would say cast without casting cost. Destroy, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Draw 2, discard. Yep. Then we're going to discard lands. This manner. Then they're going to take the damage. Then we're going to shock this in. And then that's it. Pass the turn. Think we got game 1. Alright, let's go for sideboard. For this game, we are not going to sideboard. Although opponent has a potential ley line hate, we do have the upper hand since we have main deck answers to their deck. Okay. I think this is a hand that we cannot keep for sure. They will wreck us if this is how we're gonna keep. But also, I usually think if they have white or black, they would do load up on hand hate. So it totally depends on our gambit. I'm predisposed to keep because they kept a 7, which would have, okay, which is Oven. Here's my Spirebluff. No need to play our coasts. Another Spirebluff Canal. Now I would Lightning Strike. And they didn't draw land. Interesting. So it's a land issue for their end. And it's sort of a land issue for us as well. Carver Coast, pass the turn. Looks like we're just going to draw lands, and opponent will be will also be doing nothing or not drawing lands. And draw 2 cards treasure. Me and me. Okay, looks good to me. Should we be greedy? Magma Opus and a land. That's another Magma Opus. So next turn we can hardcast our Magma Opus, no problem. We are going to surprise Gearhulk. Surprise Gearhulk. And Magma Opus. Do they have a graveyard hate? Pass the Opus. I would probably be going for 3 and 1. Okay. And then tap this 2. Because end of turn, I could also just Spikefield Hazard this, depending on what we draw. Not looking good for our opponent. We have another Torrential Gearhulk. Attack here. Even the playing field. You have a lot of options. We can hardcast Magma Opus next turn if we draw land. Here's my Opus. So we can even hardcast the Magma Opus. No problem. Let's go. As you could see, the game felt lopsided. However, this showcases the gameplay flexibility of the deck. Still not convinced? Here are some interactive game samples. Over to Arena. Alright, this hand looks promising, so we're gonna keep. Then drop go. Looks to be Rogue. Yes, it's Rogue. Spikefield Hazard. Going to attack. Some damage, that's fine. And drop, pass the turn. And drop, pass the turn. It's an invasion. Mill and draw, sure. A lot of Thoughtseize. It will be our time to combo. At this point we win. I want them to cast that again. Do a big score. Pass the turn. 17 power on board. A lot of drawn in locks. Guard all the lands. Magma Opus. Attack. Plus we know what they have in hand. I'm just gonna do this now. Looking good for our opponent. They'll have 1 or 2 more Gearhulks. Land drop attack. Another Thief, no problem. They're down to 3. Let's just Magma Opus them. Put them out of their misery. Good game. Okay. Game 2. Sideboard. Rending Volley seems to be effective against them. Plus putting in some mystical disputes. So usually I sideboard out some cards that are ineffective. They were caught off guard by our Epiphanies, but I don't think it would work now. And some Opuses. Strength of their deck is from their creature, so putting in some removals would be quite nice. Big Score is not a great card against their deck. I would assume they put in a lot of hand disruption. There's an argument to not rely on creativity so much. I'm going to shave 1, put in some Karns. Alright. For this game, we mana flooded. There's nothing we can do. Our opponent basically just beat us down with their counter spell in hand. So nothing we can do here. So we're going to skip to game 3. I think hand density will matter. So I'm just going to draw first. This hand is definitely a keep. It's better nice. We land flooded on match 2. Mulligan down. This doesn't matter too much. We have destroy target artifacts. That's fine. As I was saying. Want them to counter. Invasion comes in. I'll discard a strike. Gonna get a Fable. I think they lost tempo by playing these cards. As I was saying, they lost tempo. Oof. Not looking good for our opponent, definitely. Land drop. Alright, before I hit you with my final thoughts, I want to show you this game. In this game, match 1 I won via Gearhulk combo, match 2 I lost to post board as our opponent boarded in a lot of graveyard hate. Given that it is the case, I resorted to plan B. Let me show you. Again, they're gonna board in a lot of hand hate. At that point, usually I just let them go first. They're not a aggressive deck. So I can keep whatever hand as long as they have lands. That's the turn. Take damage. Liliana of the Veil, do I let it happen or not? I think I'm okay with it negating. Let's go with Fable. Get us some manas. Probably wanted to get a bit more lands here so that we can do a land drop. Okay. That's good for us. 5 lands. They'll probably go for a go blank. I mean, at this point, the Gearhulk and the Lightning will not be any more effective. So I'm going to go with the Karn plan. Blood. That's creature. Target the hearse. Do we get a negate or torrential Gearhulk? I got a negate. Hulk comes down. That's fine. I hope that this game showcased the power and flexibility of the deck. An under-the-radar deck that you can potentially carry in a large tournament. Alright, that's it. Now if you enjoyed the gameplay, subscribe to your boy and give it a thumbs up. Let me know on the comment section down below what type of deck I should be playing the next modern gameplay. That's it. See you in the next one.